So I'm Jo Betts. I'm practice manager for Cottons and I'm also the credit control manager. Well, I've been at Cottons now for over 10 years and I've seen a big change insofar that it's grown, so we've got more offices. I've seen the staff numbers increase and also changes in our systems, and the client base has increased as well, which is lovely. And that's what I love about Cottons, because it doesn't just stick with the old way. It's always looking at new ways of trying to improve, transition to the changing climate. A big thing is with taking car payments for clients, for example. We've got a much safer and secure way. We do a quick pay link now. And I love the fact that they involve me in that transition. So they actually listen and they want to listen to my experience. And I came in on the meetings and I looked at the various other softwares that were available. And it was good because I had a voice at Cottons. So I felt like I had an input. And of course, it was really good to see the testing of all the systems, to actually then putting it in place and now utilising these systems, which we have used now for a few years successfully. And the beauty about taking on apprenticeships is we can have them from an early age. They get ongoing experience throughout their apprenticeship term, which, for example, we do both the level 4 and the level 7. So you've got the AAT and the full qualification to chartered accountants, which is incredible, really. And it's just fantastic to see the individuals progress from, you can get school leavers that have had no experience in accountancy whatsoever. And they go on this journey, and of course working at Cottons, they're in an open room a lot of the time at that level, so they've got other staff members that they can bounce off, and if they're stuck they can ask that question, which is such an invaluable part of that journey for them. Because I went to university, for example, and yes, you're not actually working in that environment, and you haven't got those staff members that maybe done that journey a couple of years ago to ask. So for me, that is quite an invaluable part of an apprenticeship at Cottons. And that's one of the main things I love about Cottons, is that everyone's got that open approach, and you can ask basically anybody at any senior level and not be made to feel stupid or like you shouldn't be asking them because they're a director or a partner. Exactly. It speaks volumes to me, the fact that it doesn't matter, everyone's approachable. And like I said already, if you've got an idea that you think might work better, they'll listen to you. You're not just a number or, somebody that works in the back office that, shouldn't be seen or shouldn't be heard. Everybody's got that voice, and, it may well be that that idea might not come to fruit, but the fact that you can come in and give them that option from your experience in your role is for me invaluable. And often a lot of other firms don't give you that opportunity. For a start, I've been here 10 years now, so obviously I'm happy in the workplace, otherwise I potentially wouldn't still be here. Fair enough. I love the fact that it's got various nature. You've got the sociability of the firm, which is not just in work, but it's also out of work. They ask you as well. We'll have a questionnaires once a year, to see are there ways of improving. I've not been in many companies that actually ask that question or value the responses. So I think they're not afraid of change, and they will embrace change if they feel it's going to make the company better. For example, one of the things, we had various questions to ask, and I know it sounds a small minority thing, but for example, we have our birthdays off. Now that in its own is, you know, I've never really had my birthdays off previously, unless I book it as holidays. So that to me is a lovely little gesture. And those gestures, you know, can go a long way.